Welcome back to Creating a Universe, where we're discussing the various elements that go into creating a believable and immersive world for your story. Today, we're going to be talking about setting boundaries. Your world and all the different nations and locations need boundaries, but that's not exactly what this video is about. Yes, it's important to set these boundaries. It's important for you to understand when your characters pass between the territories of the different factions, but that doesn't necessarily require a whole video to itself. So, to put it shortly, if you're struggling to set actual map boundaries for your locations and factions, then take into account the setting, the locations, the history, and everything you have done thus far. Think about the battles and other historical events. Who would own what land afterwards, and how far would their influence reach? But now, I'd like to talk about a different type of boundaries. Your life, your relationships, and your writing. If you've made it to the end of the series, then chances are that you've taken away something from what I've had to say, and chances are if you haven't already put it to use, then you will be soon. You've done or you will do something great. But as exciting as it is to build and create, especially when your ideas are starting to take real tangible shapes, it's important to remember the people around you, the people that care about you. When you're doing well with your writing, you feel invincible. You feel like you can't stop because you'll lose all your momentum. Trust me, because I know the feeling. This is why boundaries must be set. You need to take time, not out of your day, but out of your writing. Take time to practice your breathing. You'd be surprised at how many people are actually breathing the wrong way. Take time to drink some water, get something to eat, and maybe see if a friend or family member needs help with something. Even while I was working on this video, my wife is asking if I can do the groceries. I know better than most the feeling of not being able to stop, and you don't have to stop. I've written for whole days and nights without sleeping, all for the sake of my story and my world. And though the feeling of getting so much done is amazing, you need to take a break. Don't be like me. There are nights when I'm afraid to go to sleep because I don't feel like I've written enough during the day. And don't get me wrong, if you're serious about this and you want to make a living out of it, then there are going to be deadlines and stressful times and sleepless nights. But if writing and world building is just a hobby for you, something that you enjoy doing on the side, then don't waste your nights not sleeping over it. Even in a regular 9 to 5, you have time to go home, get food, see your family, and go to sleep. Set a schedule for yourself. Everyone nowadays carries a phone on them at all times, and if you don't, you're doing something right. But if you do, use it as a tool and not as a distraction. Go into your calendar and set times for when you need to work on your writing, for when you need to get food, and when you can take breaks. The first notification on my phone every single morning is to make breakfast. Again, use your phone as a tool. If you have a good idea, write it down on a quick note that you can come back to later. I've lost countless good ideas all because I didn't write it down, or I simply thought that I could remember it later. It's a bit different than usual, but that's all this video is. Just a quick reminder that your writing is doing good. It's okay to go take a break, go see somebody that you care about, and drink some water. And that's going to be it for this episode of Mental Health Maintenance with Oliver Wallace. I'll catch you guys in the next one.